Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reassembling the 2024 Aprilia Tuono 660 factory that I have. All the parts did come in. They're here, and then I have a few more parts I need to go get. Anyways, just wanted to say I bought this fairing off eBay, but it's from the black edition, not the white one. So the stickers are black. I think I'm gonna leave the stickers black for now until the new ones come in, just because I think it'll actually won't look too bad, one side being white and the other side being black, because everything else is the same. I bought this thing for like $100 total, and that came with the rear fairing and the outer fairing. So now the only thing I'll need to do is just replace the stickers. This fairing, I'm still waiting to hear back from the dealership if they're able to get it for me or not. But I'll just gonna put the old one back on, even though it's all scratched up. The taillight I also ended up finding on eBay, but it's a good taillight for cheaper than what you buy them from the dealer. And then I did buy an aftermarket seat cowl. So I already have this piece, the original one. This is an aftermarket one, but it comes with this piece, a little cushion. There's another plastic bracket here, and that probably fell out. That's from something I'll have to figure it out. But I paid like $70 for it, and it's $300 from the dealership, so definitely a better deal. I'll see how well it fits. If it doesn't fit well, then I'll just end up returning it. So for the cowl, it just bolts on, screws on with 3 screws here, and then this piece is based on the picture, is supposed to be right here. I'm not sure exactly where this screw is supposed to screw into, but this piece right here just goes on like this from both sides, and then push it in, and then push it down, and then this piece would be right here. But I have no idea what it screws onto, so because the seat doesn't have anywhere to screw it onto. Because the seat has 2 screws as well, so I'm guessing there's supposed to be a bracket that I'm missing. So I did get a chance to figure out what I am missing, and I am in fact missing a bracket that goes here. It's like a long piece like this. And then this piece that goes here is supposed to bolt onto that bracket as well, so that it all sits like that. However, I am missing that bracket because I was missing my seat, and it didn't come with this seat that I got. I reached out to Aprilia, and Aprilia told me that it is a special order part that I have to order from Italy, and they don't know how long it's going to take to come in. So I'm going to figure something out, either try to find a used one or something. But currently I'm missing that. So I'm just going to ride the bike like this, because the seat still holds on enough, especially when I'm sitting on it. But yeah, I'm going to need to find that bracket to put this on. I also want to mention that I did get the comfort gel seat, which can be bought through Aprilia dealership as well, but it's not the OEM seat. It fits exactly like an OEM one, but it's supposed to be more comfortable, and everything that I read on forums and online says that people who install them can get a couple of hours of extra ride time before it starts getting uncomfortable and they get sore. And since I am planning on doing some long distance rides on this bike, I decided to go with this seat since I needed to get a new seat one way or the other. While I'm doing this work, I wanted to share a quick Bible verse. In John chapter 16, verse 33, it says, "These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." So the bike is fully reassembled. I do obviously need to find a few more parts. Still waiting for the mirrors to come in, the clutch lever. I need the bracket for the seat, this fairing, the pins, stickers, stuff like that. Still waiting for all those, but the bike is technically in rideable condition now. Everything's pretty much done. I do have the white stickers on this side and the black stickers on this side. I actually kind of like the way that looks. I don't think it'll be too noticeable for now until I actually get the correct stickers. But yeah, I just need to do an official first ride on it, test it out, make sure that there's no other issues with the bike. But yeah, overall, it's, I would say, about 90% complete until I get all the rest of the parts that I'm still waiting for. So let's jump on and do a first ride. I did take the bike out on a short ride right after I got it reassembled, just to make sure everything's good before doing my official first ride. And I did notice one thing that I do know I'll need to repair or adjust is the suspension. There was one road that was very bumpy, and I hit, and the bike started seesawing and started flashing red on the dash. So I believe I need to readjust the suspension a bit. I'm going to put it through factory spec first, I think, and then adjust it for my weight and see how that is. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if you guys can hear that squealing. I believe the brakes are glazed over. I'm guessing in the situation when the bike was dropped, whoever was riding may have slammed the brakes and ridden the brakes, so they're glazed over. So I'll need to take those brakes off and sand them slightly, and that should fix the issue. If not, then I'll replace the brakes completely. Yeah, those brakes are horrible. So I thought I fixed the issue with the switch, but the blinker still has some trouble turning on. It was working there. It works sometimes, sometimes doesn't. So one thing I do find a little odd is the way it shifts from neutral into first. It's very rough, and I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but when you have your helmet off, it's very loud. Oh, those brakes are horrible. I mean, they work, they just sound like a dying cat. Kind of quiet. Other than the suspension and the brakes, everything seems to be good. So yeah, I just have to wait for all the rest of the parts to arrive, and it'll be completely done. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue riding it. So I just stopped by the dealership, had them take a look at the shifting from neutral to first and second, because it's rougher than what I expected. Again, I am coming off of 99% of my experience in riding these cruisers, and they shift a lot smoother. The guy said it shifts and rides like brand new, so we're good on that. So the last issue that I did notice with the bike, I was doing roughly about 80 on the highway and then in 6th gear, so I gave it full throttle and the RPMs went to redline, but the bike barely accelerated, which made me worried. It made me think that the clutch was slipping. Well, I mean, the clutch was slipping, but I was thinking if the clutch is bad.
So that worried me a little, but then I went to the great people of Reddit, and I posted a video and asked people's opinions, and a lot of people mentioned that the clutch lever adjustment might be off, especially if it's aftermarket levers, which mine are. So I quickly readjusted the clutch lever, and it seems to be doing better now. I will have to take it out on the highway and test it out again. So I'll actually post a video here of when the clutch was slipping. So right now I'm going to take it out on the highway, and I'm going to test out the same thing in 6th gear, doing roughly about 80. I'll gun it full throttle, and I'll see if it's doing the same thing, if the clutch is slipping or not. Hopefully it's not. Okay, here we go. So no slipping that time. Yo, this thing has cruise control. Oh, that is so nice. I've never had cruise control before. This is awesome. So I tried full throttling it multiple times, and each time it went well. It didn't slip. So thank God the issue is not the clutch. I was really worried that it was going to be the clutch. I really didn't feel like dealing with having to replace a clutch, especially with the fact that it's so difficult to get any parts for Aprilia. But I do have to say, I love this bike. It is so much more comfortable than riding my bobber. It's not as comfortable as riding my cruisers that I used to own, like the Triumph Rocket 3, but definitely much more comfortable than my bobber. And it runs great. I just have to do a few more little tweaks to get it pristine, and then just wait for the rest of the parts to arrive to make it like physically in perfect condition. Other than that, the bike runs great, handles well. Yeah, I love it. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video, and here's some more footage of riding.